Well, a very recognizable face in the medical marijuana business joins us now live. Former TV talk show host Montel Williams joins us live. So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
I know that you've been a long advocate for medical marijuana, and it's for very personal reasons. For those people at home that don't know, tell us a little bit about your experience and why you decided to get involved.
I think a lot of people may remember that I was very public about the fact that I was diagnosed with MS back in 1999. But for the first couple of years of my battle with this illness, I was on, and I'm not going to name the names of those drugs, but I was on a lot of opioids because of a lot of the issues that I had from my illness. And I had one of my doctors, one of the top doctors in this country, suggested me using cannabis back in 2001. So way before this became the green, boom, I was involved in trying to make sure that people could have a personal conversation with their doctors, and if their doctors recommend them things like morphine and they want to recommend things like marijuana, they should be able to do so, and no one else should be in that conversation. So I've literally been one of those people on the streets in the battle since back then. Literally every state across the country. Now we have 28 states plus the District of Columbia that have passed some form of cannabis law. I probably have testified before, been involved in the legislation, writing of, and involved in at least 19 of those states, and I will continue to do so. Now, after watching the industry over the last 4 years, and I've really been disappointed in some ways. Now, look, what's going to happen in 420 Day, I'm so happy for those who are adult users and want to go out and do that. But I'm concerned about people like me who need to put a medication in our bodies.
And that's why you created this company and created this new line that's debuting here in California. Talk to me about those products. And were you personally involved with developing them?
Well, let me explain to you. Back almost 12 years ago, before people even knew what CBD was, I was out actually finding plants and actually extracting myself. So I'm involved in every aspect of this company. I've created products now based on what I personally used now for over 18 years. I'm doing one of the, I think, purest forms of extraction that you can have. We're trying to do this on a pharmaceutical grade level because, listen, adult use is one thing, and have as much fun as you want. There are people who rely on medication because of illness, like me. I don't need garbage being put in my body. I want to make sure that what I put in my body and what I recommend to others is the most efficacious product I can give them, cleanest, purest I can make. And this is what I use. So it works for me. It may not work for everybody, but I'm going to guarantee you that you can walk away being rest assured the quality is the highest you can get.
And what has it done for you in regards to your MS symptoms?
My God, one of the things we know now, and we know for a fact, there's studies being done all over the world that it impacts almost every form of neurological disease that's out there, plus things like cancer. It's reducing things like tumors. There is research. Go up online. I would wish people would do this. But for me personally, I suffer from neuropathic pain, spasticity. I've had bouts of neuropathy. I had trigeminal neuralgia. All of those things have become manageable through the use of cannabinoids without the destruction of opioids. And we've now seen this. Listen, I'm not talking about this today. This is things that you may see other people who've come out of the woodwork in the last 3 years. Go back 14 years ago. I'm one of the first people who stepped up before camera when a judge had the nerve to throw out a case because a police officer found a pipe in my bag and tried to bust me for that. And the police officer knew I was using this for medication, and he threw it out with prejudice. So I've been in this battle trying to make sure that we patients don't get left on the battlefield.
Okay, you have the research on your side, but there are a lot of people that are skeptical of that research. But some states, more states, are approving medical marijuana. Do you believe that the tide is turning, and what do you say to those skeptics out there?
Those who say they're skeptical, anybody who says that from a governmental standpoint, they're the biggest hypocrites in the world, because for the last 42 years, the United States has dispensed and grown marijuana at the University of Mississippi and sent it out to 22 patients for 42 years. Every month, the University of Mississippi now sends out a canister to 3 patients because the rest of them have died. One of them, I have the canister. They make the cigarettes. It's a canister of 400, 150 marijuana cigarettes that are sent to people in the mail. They get to carry them on airplanes all over the country. So our government made a decision 42 years ago that they would help relieve the illness or pain from some people and threw the rest of us under a bus, and then deny the fact that they have studied it, researched it, paid for it. Do you know who owns the patent on THC and CBD? The United States government. We've funded research in Israel, all over the world on cannabis. And why? Because, see, listen, if people really did their homework, you'd understand this was never made illegal because it was a drug. It was made illegal back in 1939 because of the Marijuana Tax Act.
Okay. Listen, I can
We
feel
talk
your
for
passion.
days.
I sense your passion. Only available now here in
Yes.
California, but looking to expand really quickly, several other states.
I'm all over the state. Last night I was at Caliva in San Jose. At Purple Lotus tonight in San Jose. I'm going to be at a place called Harvest in San Francisco. And tomorrow on 420 Day at Mercy Wellness up in Sonoma. They are carrying our product and releasing it to the public. I'm going to tell you, if in fact you have an issue like mine and you're looking for a product that you can trust, go up and see the tenders. They will explain what we're doing. It's different.
All right, Montel Williams, pleasure to have you here.
Thanks
Thank you
for the
so much.
opportunity, Heather.